I'm wearing spandex right now because I don't have any clean jeans and it's comfortable. Hey, it's Amy Register, your favorite belligerent Bible worker. Today I'm going to tell you about somebody that I've been studying with. About 7 months ago, I was sitting in Starbucks trying to learn how to read candlesticks because I was going to make $1 million this year investing in cryptocurrency. Joke's on me. I remember the sound of 2 male voices interrupting my thoughts. They were talking about everything from psychedelics to evolutionary psychology. I remember distinctly that one of them really liked using the F word, and it was distracting. Lord, could you please make these guys shut up? I remember praying. Nope, said God. I brought you here for these guys. Surely that's a joke, I thought, because I have absolutely nothing in common with these guys. The thought came again, more insistently the second time, that I have put you here to meet those guys. I walked over, introduced myself, and I said, hey, I couldn't help but overhearing your conversation. I'm wondering if you guys meet here at Starbucks very often. No, they said they didn't, that this was their first time and maybe their last time meeting at Starbucks. I said, I know this is weird, but would you guys like to get together and just talk next Monday about the same time? It sounds like you have some really unique ideas and perspectives, and I'd love to just shoot the breeze with you guys and see what comes out of it. I was almost 100% sure that they would shut me down. I mean, who would want to do that? But to my surprise, they both said yes, they would love to come back. Those guys' names were Niles and Cray. Now, Cray doesn't meet with us anymore, but Niles and I have been meeting for about 7 months, and Niles has also brought another friend along, Michael. We eat together, we discuss big ideas, and I want to introduce you guys to Niles. I'm going to interview him in just a minute here, and he's going to tell you some of his perspectives on what it's like to be in a conversation group with somebody who believes differently than you do.
My name is Niles Kinnick. I am studying at Hancock College. I have decided on biology and botany specifically, so I'm pretty excited about that. My military time ended last year, 2017, so for the last 5 years I was doing that. Yeah, real specific, was a hospital corpsman. And you can think of that as an army medic, pretty much. Throughout my childhood, it was standard Christian, go to school on Sunday type worldview. There was some youth group type stuff in there. My parents, let's see, been Christian the whole time, no deviation or anything like that. And for whatever reason, probably around, I want to say at the beginning of high school, sometime like that, I ended up dropping those beliefs and thoughts, and here I am. I would say my parents have slowed down a lot too, and I'm not sure why that is. So core values Amy and I share, I would say love of life and quality of life are the 2 big ones. And then who you involve really affects those 2 things. Health is huge, and that's the quality of life part of it. I feel like science has an overly linear view of how things went, and it just seems not quite there. There's too much mystery. Philosophy differences between Amy and I, let's see. Big one that first comes to mind is a worldview that's young just doesn't seem possible. And I don't think it matters that much what age things are. The only thing I really know about is that geologists think they have narrowed it down pretty well, like to the, near 100% when it comes to erosion of rocks and things like that. Other than that, there's not that much. Maybe like sanctity of marriage and things like that. I do feel like there's a lot of freedom or there should be a lot of freedom in relationships and really trying to, surround yourself with people who love you or you love them back and that kind of thing. Since meeting Amy, my perspective has probably changed in the way of being less ignorant, right? Being less ignorant about near fact, especially the written portions of it, right? I've never read through the Bible, and I'm very impressed by your research. Specifically, I can think of the story of Lucifer and how the physical world that we're experiencing right now could be shaped by how Lucifer wanted things. I've never thought about it that way before. It's like, where's this stuff come from, So these questions I feel like could be answered by more and more research. It has a huge expanse of a world. The potential for research and team-based knowledge and truth and seeking, and there just needs to be more of a drive towards that.
So there you go. There's a little bit about Niles, and I really, truly value having Niles and Michael in my friend circle. They call me out on things that make Christianity hard to believe, or places where we've done a terrible job as a church at explaining why we do what we do. I know that traditionally Bible work has been more formal in its methods, but I really feel like creating a space where people can talk freely and ask questions freely without judgment and condemnation is such an important thing. It should be one of our top priorities. And as a church, that's where I want us to be. I want us to be real friends with real dialogue with people who believe differently. I don't know what Niles' spiritual journey is going to look like, what he's going to be interested in, what he's going to want to study. But I can guarantee you that these last few months have been enough of a foundation for our friendship that wherever he is, if he wants to know the Christian perspective, he's going to feel comfortable talking to me and asking me, and I'm going to feel the same way about asking him questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions for me on this topic, or if you have questions for Niles, feel free to leave it in the comments and we'll get back to you. Thanks.